I'm Dana Denha, and you're watching FYI. Some brave individuals took their support for a local nonprofit to the extreme as they went over the edge to raise awareness and crucial funding for Friends Indeed.
Our mission is to help people in need and building community to end poverty. And we are on site here for our sixth Over the Edge fundraising event. We've had over 32 repellers.
People often ask me, why I do this crazy thing, But, I've had the opportunity to volunteer with Friends Indeed and have firsthand experience with, the types of services, the clients that they help. It just does such amazing, impactful work that I find it transformative.
They literally go over the edge and rappel down 11 stories as a sign of their support and their commitment. We try to help people confront problems, confront their situations, overcome. So this is our tangible way, metaphorically, of overcoming some of the limitations we put upon ourselves.
Let's go, Friends Indeed!
The organization provides essential services to individuals in need, like housing support, programs to assist in financial growth and stability, as well as furniture donations. To learn more, visit friendsindeedmi.org. Stay tuned, and we'll be back with more in exactly 30 seconds. The city is home to more than 160 parks with scenic views, places to play, and some top-notch facilities. See all that Fuller Park has during this Park Peek.
Fuller Park is a 60-acre recreation area located on Fuller Road and Maiden Lane in the center of Ann Arbor. The park is also home to Fuller Park Pool. The pool is an outdoor 50-meter pool with a water slide. There are public restrooms and a water fountain near the pool entrance for park visitors. The park contains 5 athletic fields. 4 are behind the pool, and 1 field is west of the dirt parking lot. The play area was designed and built by the community and is one of the largest in the city. An accessible asphalt path connects to the play area and pool facilities. There are picnic tables and benches located near the play area, and parking built at the park and across Fuller Road. The park is part of the trail network connecting it to Island Park and Cedar Bend Nature Area. Be sure to explore a lesser-known trail that travels between the Huron River and the athletic fields. There is a pedestrian bridge connection to Island Park. You can also access the Border to Border Trail, which runs through the park. The park is home to the Give 365 volunteer program, which facilitates volunteer activities in the Ann Arbor Park system. For more information about Fuller Park or other city parks, visit a2gov.org/parks.
Are you interested in civic engagement and want your voice to be heard? Learn about joining one of Ann Arbor's many boards and commissions in this month's City Roundup in 60.
Hi, I'm Sarah Lanise from the City of Ann Arbor Clerk's Office. We want to show you how easy it is to get involved with your community by serving on a board or commission. The City of Ann Arbor appoints over 200 people to over 50 boards and commissions. From sustainability to transportation, we have boards and commissions for a wide range of policy interests. Most of them meet once a month virtually. You can start by visiting a2gov.legistar.com and clicking the Boards and Commissions tab. There you can read a short description about each board or commission. When you find one that interests you, click the Apply Now button in the top right-hand corner. You'll complete a short form including your contact information, background, and why you're interested in serving. Even if there's not a vacancy at the time, we'll keep your application for up to 2 years. Next, your application goes to City Council, where they may reach out to you to learn more or schedule an interview. Once the council makes their appointments, you'll be contacted on next steps and prepped for your first meeting. Serving is a great way to help shape our city's future. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact our office or visit the website for more information.
We've all heard the saying, laughter is the best medicine. Irreverent Warriors is putting that idea into action by uniting veterans through shared experiences, dark humor, and a strong sense of camaraderie. Joining me is Scott Robbert, the coordinator for the Irreverent Warriors Silkies Hike taking place in Detroit on August 30th. Welcome to the show, Scott.
Thank you, Dana.
Tell me a little bit about yourself. How did you get involved with the Irreverent Warriors?
So I've served in the Air Force for the past 18 years, still actively serving. And about 4 years ago, when the Detroit chapter started, friends of mine that have also served in the military got me interested in it and told me about it. And then I became a volunteer coordinator along with some other coordinators in Detroit, and basically just been volunteering the last 4 years with this organization.
So is Irreverent Warriors a national organization with branches in places throughout the country?
It is. So actually, there are over 100 cities that do a Irreverent Warriors hike, like we're about to do here in Detroit. There's also a few hikes in different countries, such as Germany, Normandy, London, UK, and Puerto Rico.
So can you explain what an Irreverent Warrior is?
All right. So Irreverent Warriors was a foundation. Basically, the organization is to unite the veteran community and drive a healthy culture within its members through creative engagement, events, strong veteran-based support networks, and it's a catalyst for improving veteran and mental health.
So do you have to be a veteran? You're an active service member. So it's really anyone that's been in some sort of service, right?
Correct. So Irreverent Warriors Hikes is open to active duty, veteran, reservist, National Guard, and retired veterans.
And so what do? You just go, do you have to register to do these hikes, or do Irreverent Warriors do other things too, or is it just the hikes?
So Irreverent Warriors actually has many different events that we can do. They do Silkies hikes, cruises, retreats. They do meet and greets throughout. They also do networking with veteran organizations and collaboration events to help with mental health. And then they do fundraising and awareness.
Oh, that's great. So like, what are some of the things, like, you said you got involved a few years ago. What really stuck out to you to really want to be involved and be a coordinator in the Irreverent Warriors organization?
For me, the first hike was actually really cool to see a bunch of people who don't know each other come together from different cities. The first hike, we had people from all over different states that actually came to Detroit who have done hikes in the past and other states. So it was really cool getting to meet new people and then just branch out and network with them and get to know them and then help them by creating friendships and things like that. And even from the first year, I have stayed close and in contact with people that I didn't previously know then and still talk to today.
That's amazing. When you end up going to these hikes, do you meet people or like reintroduce yourself to people that you maybe met in another country or another part of the United States?
Yeah, I've actually met a few people just last year, being the third hike. I met some people that I didn't necessarily get to talk to one-on-one or really meet, but they were at that hike, or we had been at the same hike previously, but at that time, I just never got to network and meet them.
You mentioned silkies, and I'm a civilian, and I'm like, I don't even know what a silkie is. Can you explain what a silkie is and why you wear your silkies on these hikes?
Of course. So silkies, also known as ranger panties, were developed back in the 1970s. It was the core basic training or physical fitness shorts that were worn for service members. They are typically just short shorts made of like a silk material. They used to be just like a plain green color, but now they're all different colors and have different patterns on them.
And why wear these on these hikes? It's got a meaning behind it, right?
Yeah, so the hike was the Silkies Hike is just a thing that we use for getting together, and it's not required to wear silkies, but being that that was like a core basic PT gear back in the day, we brought that old school PT gear back, and that is typically what our hikes are. That's typically what we wear for the hikes.
Yeah, it seems like when I was looking at some videos and stuff online too, it seems to sort of break a stigma too. Like it doesn't make you guys seem so, I don't know, intense, I guess, because it is an intense thing to do, a job to have, is to be like in the Air Force or the Army or things like that, that normal people when they do their 9 to 5s don't deal with. So the Silkies almost make it like you guys are more fun and like, hey, come talk to us kind of thing.
Yeah, it's just a fun signature that we have. And with like the hikes, there a lot of times they have a certain theme. So, for instance, last year we did like a bright color tie dye theme. So we had people wearing bright pink silkies or bright green silkies and that kind of thing. We've had ducks as the theme before, where we've had silkies that have ducks on them, things like that.
Can you talk about, the importance of getting together with people that have these shared experiences? Because one of the things we've learned a lot about is that veterans do have some support available, but it is really about taking advantage of that support and not feeling isolated because you've had these experiences that maybe your family doesn't understand.
So one of the big things with IW is their core values are veteran-centered healing, creating a strong, enduring support network for each other. It's a culture of love, respect, and belonging. It has integrity and transparency, and we use humor and camaraderie as a force for good. So those hikes really bring those core values of what IW wanted to bring to us back in starting in 2015, and that is what we go off of for our hikes.
Talk about the importance of humor and being able to laugh with people and being able to laugh about things that maybe other people wouldn't find funny.
Yeah, the joke is that a lot of us have the dark humor, and that's how we connect with each other is through dark humor and the humor and camaraderie with each other that most of our friends outside of the military or our family members don't understand. Things that we've gone through that would be traumatic or really bad for some people, we find the humor in now that we're able to talk and laugh and share about it. It just helps us bring each other closer to each other.
Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned in the open, laughter is the best medicine. And I think that when you're laughing, you don't really worry about your troubles.
Absolutely.
Tell me about this upcoming Detroit hike. Do you have to register online? When is it? Where is it?
All right, so this is going to be the fourth annual Detroit hike. We are going to start off at the IBU Local 58 down in Detroit. Registration will open up at 8 a.m. and the hike will start at 9:30. In order to register, you can go to irreverentwarriors.com, search for your city, find Detroit, and there's a link there to register. It is free for veterans and military to register. And again, it's only for active veterans, reservists, National Guard, and retired. And then throughout the hike, we'll have some stops along the way for hydration. We are going to have lunch together at one stop, and then we'll loop around Detroit and come back to the end point where we started. And then after that, we will hang out and just get together. During the hike, we also usually will stop and do like yard games. We'll do team building exercises, push-ups, that kind of thing.
Oh, I like that it's more than just walking. I mean, you guys are doing stuff together and you get a meal together. I mean, what a nice way to really get to know somebody that you haven't met before. And with these hikes, when you're doing the local ones, you're most likely meeting people that live near you too.
Absolutely. Part of our volunteer team that we have are people from not necessarily Detroit local area, but even a little bit farther out there. But we'll get together monthly with them and do like planning things or like fun events like Top Golf. We've done euchre tournaments, things like that, just so we can help plan and organize it. And then we meet people through this hike that are through Michigan, either at some of the other bases in Michigan, or we have a lot of people that come from, especially Ohio, Indiana, that will support our hike and join us.
Have you heard, I mean, you've been doing these hikes for the last 4 years in Detroit. Have you heard testimonials from people how getting involved in this Irreverent Warriors hikes and activities can really make a difference and impact your mental health in a positive way?
Absolutely. So after the hike, we actually do have a post-hike survey that we'll send out. And basically, that's just to get feedback for key trends, improvements, things that people like, things that people didn't like. And then we've heard a lot of stories of people getting together and actually like finding a new best friend, whether they're in the same state or not. People that have actually helped people out of hard, dark times and have helped them get through mental health struggles.
That's amazing. It's amazing to think about because I can't imagine what it feels like to be someone that's legitimately gone to war and seen really terrible things, and then how it feels to come home and like everyone's lived their normal life, but you've seen things and heard things that we'll never know or hopefully never know. Do you know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah,
an amazing
absolutely.
thing to bring people together that can really understand each other in a way that your family just won't understand.
Yeah, the IW hikes actually bring out a whole nother family and a whole nother support group that you never realized you had until you get to one of these hikes or get to one of the events, such as the retreats and the cruise.
Can you talk about ways that you can either support or volunteer with the Irreverent Warriors?
So every year we will basically create a volunteer team. Usually we get people from previous hikes that want to join and volunteer. And then we do different fundraisers throughout the community or different networking throughout the community for people to donate and help us with our fundraisers. We do all of this all off of volunteering and donations.
Yeah, so you need as many volunteers and funds that you can get, and it's a great organization if you want to support people that have been in the military, service members. And I think a lot of times you guys do this job for us, and we don't always think about it. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yes,
there
absolutely.
used to be a draft, and people would have to go to war, and like we don't want a draft. We want people like you that actually want to do the job and be there to help us when we're in need. And I think a lot of times we just don't think about these things because it doesn't directly affect us in our everyday life.
Yeah, joining the military, everybody has a different story and why they want to, and that's another really cool thing to actually get to know people and kind of like find that common ground is why people, joined and what they've gotten out of it and things like that.
Yeah, I'm sure it's really amazing to hear the different reasons why people join and why they stay too, because not everyone stays as long as you are currently staying. I mean, when you first picked up this call, I was like, there's no way you've been 18 years in the Air Force. You look too young.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
So why should people, if we have veterans or any active service people, reserves that are watching this today, why should they go out to Detroit on August 30th and hike?
So the biggest pull I have for that is come out, get to know new people, come share some humor, camaraderie, and get to know a new family that's out there, a new family that's willing to have your back, not just for mental health, but just support in general, regardless of what you're going through. We have veteran services that are usually there that will help pass out information. So you might learn something new. Even for myself, getting close to retirement, we have services like that that'll help people that are also like me, who are getting close to retirement, that kind of thing. And biggest thing is just come out, have fun, and laugh.
Well, thank you so much, Scott. What a wonderful organization, a wonderful cause to be a part of. And I hope this year's walk is fun and maybe some gross humor, dark humor, and you guys can laugh your way through the streets of Detroit.
That's the plan. Looking forward to it.
For more on this and other programs, visit a2gov.org/CTN. Visit youtube.com/CTN Ann Arbor to see all that we have to offer. And remember to like, subscribe, and ring that notification. Thanks for watching and tune in next time to FYI.